Straighten up your face. I'm 53, and this is something that I heard growing up when I would get punished or other people around me would get punished. It seemed that our parents or our caregivers wanted us to take our punishment without any pouting, without any angry looks, without, any rolling of the eyes or anything that they felt was disrespect or anything that signaled displeasure with what had happened. Like we were supposed to agree with this punishment. And I thought that was strange when I was a kid. I still think it's strange now. It's not something I ever told my kids, but it was brought to mind today because I was in a singles Facebook group and a guy was complaining that there was a broke single mom who had the nerve to want a man who dated her to be financially stable. And he was further upset because he probably got 100 comments on this post. And 97 of them were basically, she has a right to have whatever preferences she wants to have. You don't have to date her. And you shouldn't have any feelings about that. And the other 3 comments were from other men saying, well, what is this? Why are you guys attacking him? Why are you guys letting her get away with this nonsense? This is ridiculous. And I responded to these 3 gentlemen and I said, he has decided that she doesn't have the right as an adult to have her own standards. What gives him the right to decide what her standards should be? Now, I know that in the manosphere, some of these red pill podcasts, they seem to have this grading scale where women are pristine and highly prized when they are virgins and have never been touched by a man. But then as soon as they have had intercourse, they're tainted, which, if you're for men, that is really insulting to men because the thing that brought her down from being pristine was a man, but let's keep moving forward. So if this woman gets married, then she's done exactly what she was supposed to do. If she has kids, then somehow that also taints her. But on these same podcasts, they say that a woman is supposed to get married and have kids, like that's her role in life. So how would doing her role taint her? Again, it doesn't make sense to me. But if something happens to that relationship, if there's a divorce or if he passes away, somehow she's now like anathema. She's now an untouchable. She's now the lowest on the totem pole, even though she did exactly what she was supposed to do: get married and have kids. So it's very strange. So it's like being in this man's life as his property and the bearer of his seed is a great thing. But if she's no longer his property, then she is somehow valueless, and she's supposed to be happy if any man would deign to even pay her attention, even notice her, even be attracted to her, even think that she's worth a second chance, because she's supposed to have somehow lost all the value that first man saw in her and have no other value, which none of this makes any sense to me, okay? But that seems to be the way that they think. So in the mind of the person who posted this statement, and in the mind of these 3 men who were agreeing that everybody who was saying she had the right to do this was spouting nonsense and they were ridiculous and they should be calling her out. And I was saying, you do understand adults make choices. She's an adult. Do you not understand that she's an adult? Having kids, having been in a previous relationship, doesn't take away her adult status. Adults make choices. Adults have preferences. So it somehow seems that these men feel that women don't have any choices except the ones that men agree with. And if a woman's choice ever goes against what a man feels she is allowed to have, then those choices are invalid. So they have a big problem with consent, these 4 individuals that I'm speaking about. And I'm sure that there are more out there in the world, but I'm speaking about these 4 that I ran across today. And they just couldn't seem to wrap their head around the fact that this adult woman didn't owe her time, her life, her body, her attention to this man who's decided that he's interested in her. That she has the right to disqualify this man for any reason she feels is fit. And in this case, it was that he wasn't financially stable, which is a great reason to disqualify somebody, especially if you are the sole provider for children. And the only partnership that you want to make is with someone who's going to be able to enhance what you have going on and not be a burden. But again, it seems like the thought that these single moms would get any help is anathema, because these men have decided that no, they need to be punished for doing exactly what they were put on earth to do, according to these men. Get married and have kids. So it's just, it just brought me back again, like I said, like I started off with, to this idea that these men are saying, straighten your face up. They want to punish these women, and they want these women to be completely okay with this punishment, completely submissive to this punishment. They want these women to have to deal with whoever wants them and have no choice, no preferences at all. And they want them to straighten their face up about it and not have any attitude about it. And I'm not sure where they got the idea that this is their role, that they have the right to dictate to women that they don't know what those women should want in a man, what those women's preferences can be, what those women are allowed to have. It's entitlement, it's gaslighting, it's patriarchy, it's misogyny, it's a lot of things, but it's absolutely ridiculous. And men need to stop with this, and they need to